Hello everybody. In today's video we're going to do a drop shadow. Okay, for that first we go to elements and let's look for something. The easiest would be to look for a shoe. Okay, so we go look for a shoe and let's try this one here. Okay, so we take that test and gonna make it a bit smaller. Now this is fairly easy actually. So you highlight this, you go to edit image up here. And if you scroll down, you'll see something that says shadows. So you click the see all, and if you go through, you've got the glow, the drop, angle, curved, page lift, and backdrop. Of course, you can go through the various and see what it does. Okay, now for example, the glow, it gives it a slight sort of glow. Then you have the drop, which is, you can see the shadow there. So let's just go back to the shadows. And what we want is the backdrop. Okay, so we click that, and when we click it you can see the backdrop. It's a shadow there, so we don't want it like that. We want it a bit flatter, like as if it's the shadow is on the ground, the floor. So we go back to this backdrop and you can see this adjustments here. You click on it and you can see the various adjustments you can do. The first one would be vertical angle, so you do that so it looks as if it's on the floor. Okay, the shadow is on the floor depending on where the light source is, right? And you have the horizontal angle, which moves it from one side to the next. Now let's keep it here. Then you have the transparency. You can make it, because you don't want it too transparent, you don't want it too, what do you call that, too clear, because it is after all backdrop. So we're gonna have it maybe around here, and then you can adjust the blur as well. Want it too blur? I think that's okay. Maybe the transparency could be a bit more. Okay, so that's done. So that's fairly easy, right? So within a few minutes, you've done that. Now I'll give you a bonus. Let's say you want this. Okay, you've made it a bit smaller. But let's say you want an effect that shows the fact that there was light coming down on it, and therefore the shadow was formed. So for that, what you can do is you look for a lamp. See, there are various lamps here. You can choose, if you have the pro version, then of course all of this will be available. But if you only have the free version, then you got to look for something that is free. There's quite a few here. You can, as you can see, you could choose that. Let's look for. There's one that already has that sort of light there, but if you look at it, you could, let's say, change it to yellow. Okay, but it's quite a solid color, so let's remove that. Now that this would be nice, but it's a pro, it's got a crown there, so we can't use that. Let's go down to see if there is something we can use. Let's go back up. Thought I saw this one. This one's pretty good. Let's click that. It's looking really small, so let's make it bigger. Let's sort of tilt it a bit, put it out there. Now that's just the light, the light, right, with the light bulb. You don't have the glow coming from it. So what you can do now is go back there and you type spotlight, and there's quite a few different versions down here. You have solid one, you know, but this is too solid. I want something that's a bit diffused like that. Okay, so see, like this one, you see? So let me click that, and I can move it a bit, you know, and adjust it. There you go. I can make it a bit smaller because you can't see the lamp. Go in a bit more, adjust it, say make it, oops, let's see, let's push that back. Let's make it a bit, so that looks as if you look at it now, so that looks as if there was a spotlight on it and there's a shadow. Okay, now the other thing you can do is click on that, duplicate it. Okay, now the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want, okay, you can leave it like this as well, but it looks a bit strange, right? So what I want to do, I just want to blur this a bit, you know, make it a bit more transparent so it looks as if you can see the light bulb uh, despite the glow that comes from it. Okay, so as you know, we've just duplicated it, right? We went here and we duplicated it. So that's clicked. So what you can do is go to crop, okay, and you bring that all the way down. Now, as you know, behind that there is another layer. We duplicated on top of it. Okay, so you say done. It's very bright. I mean, you can see it very clear. So what you do is you go to the transparency up here and you make it a bit slightly dim. Okay, so it looks as if the spotlight is coming from there. So then when you see now, if you look at it, it looks as if that this light bulb is underneath there and the glow is coming from the light bulb. You get what? I hope you got what I mean. You see, this one, if I take it aside, that was the one that I duplicated from this. You see? And all I did was crop it and make it. See, you see this one, if I go back, so it's 27 now. You see, it comes back. So it looks like the original you put on top, but that's not what I wanted. So I wanted it, what was that, 27? I mean, you can do it to whatever you want to. So, and then you align it back there. There you go. It looks as if the bulb is the one that's, you know, you can see it a bit under that spotlight. It's glowing a bit. If you want, you can bring the shade closer, or what you can do is you can make it easier. Just click all of that and group it. And what you can do is make it all bigger, as if it's push it back, as you've grouped it. So now it looks as if the shoe was. Now, if you notice when I clicked here, everything was chosen. That's because the shoe is behind the light and everything. So what you can do is you go to position and you send it backward. So when you send it backward, now you can choose the shoe. See, before when I um, inserted it, it was all on top, if you know what I mean. So now you can move it. You can make it a bit smaller if you want. There you go. You've done a backdrop. Plus you've um, inserted a light that shows as if it was shining on it and therefore it gave that shadow. Okay, this is something that I did earlier. And there you go. So you can adjust it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, and do hit the notification bell so that you're notified when new videos are published. Bye. Have a nice day.